Hello and welcome to Talk Motivation with your host Elvis Eckardt, former pro athlete turned business owner, motivating you to achieve personal growth, form new habits, and find happiness in your career and life. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode.
Hello everybody, Elvis Eckardt here, your host of Talk Motivation. So glad you joined us on this week's show. Make sure to visit our website www.elvis-eckardt.com/podcast, where you can subscribe to the show on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts and other sources so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, I'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would be appreciated too. This week's topic on the podcast, the power of smiling. Power is given to things that can impact, influence, and change things in a profound way. Having said that, there is an immense power found within a smile. A smile conveys feelings of happiness, hope, and positivity to anyone who sees it. When you smile, you're sending a message to those around you that you are accepted, you are welcome, and all is well. Babies smile a lot. Beauty queens smile on cue. Winners smile, well, most of the time, in between all that jumping and high-fiving. Smiles are a way of expressing our happiness, our joy, our pride, our gratitude. More than that, smiles are a way of connecting, of saying without words, I'm with you on this. I acknowledge you as a fellow human, or a delightful animal, or a beautiful flower. Someone, something I'm in sync with. All of this you probably already know. But did you know that smiles are really good for your health and well-being? Researchers in the UK used electromagnetic brain scans and heart rate monitors to measure the mood-boosting values for a variety of stimuli, including sex, chocolate, and money. Their findings, they were astounding. One single solitary smile can provide the same level of mood enhancement as up to 2,000 chocolate bars, as stimulating as getting up to 16,000 pounds sterling, which is roughly $20,000, and smiles are more likely to produce a better short-term high than either sex or shopping. Yes, ladies, shopping. I mean, come on, how cool is that? So if your credit cards are maxed out, try smiling. If you are too hooked on chocolate, find something or someone to elicit a smile from you. Dogs always work for me. Of course, so do flowers, sunsets, and Shirley Valentine reruns. But here's the thing. We're not talking new age feel-good stuff here. Smiling has well-documented physiological impact on your mind and body. For example, neurotransmitters relay messages to your body on how to respond and react given various situations. Dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin, known as the feel-good neurotransmitters, are all released from your brain into your body when you smile. Not only do these neurotransmitters relax you and make you feel better emotionally, but they can also lower your heart rate and blood pressure, two significant contributors to your physical well-being. The very act of smiling makes us feel better all around. Children smile way more than adults do. The number most commonly given is 400 times a day, as compared to the happy adults 40 to 50 smiles per day, and average adults 20 smiles per day. Now you may say, well, Jesus, kids have a lot less worries and therefore a lot more to smile about. Well, true. But just like anything else, you can get better at smiling with practice. Just raising the corners of your mouth doesn't work. You can't fool your brain. It knows the difference between the real deal and fake. You generally have to become more conscious about the many opportunities to smile we let go by unnoticed in the course of a day. You might think of it as smiling mindfulness, because that's really what it is. Becoming more mindful of occasions that, for you, genuinely merit a smile and allowing yourself to indulge in that very life-enhancing act. For example, the barista hands you coffee in the morning. Add a smile to your thanks. Or the sky is dotted with little puffy clouds, a sight which pleases you. Smile. You walk past someone's garden and you see your favorite flowers blooming. Smile. You're on your way home from work, the traffic eased up. Smile. Having said that, you should try any time you say thanks or thank you to add a smile. That includes when you thank your husband, your wife, your significant other, your children, other family members and friends. Too often we forget to smile at those closest to us. There are 1,000,001 opportunities to smile each and every day. You may never make it up to the children's 400 smiles per day mark, but for sure, your body and mind will most decidedly benefit from your increased smiles. What could be better? I thought I was quite convincing, but if that hasn't convinced you so far, I have an additional list of 10 things why you should smile more. Let's call it the 10 superpowers of smiling.
You are listening to Talk Motivation, the podcast where you get your weekly dose of motivation. Now back to your host, Elvis Eckardt.
Welcome back to the show. Let's start with the 10 superpowers of smiling. Number 1 is easy. Smiling makes us attractive. We're naturally drawn to people who smile. There's a real physical attraction factor linked to the act of smiling. Not surprisingly, more severe or negative facial expressions like frowns, scowls and grimaces actually work in the opposite manner, effectively pushing people away. Instead, use the attraction power of your smile to draw people in. The second one is smiling elevates your mood. Next time you are feeling down, try putting on a smile. There's a good chance your mood will change for the better. Smiling can trick the body into helping you elevate your mood because the physical act of smiling actually activates neural messaging in your brain. A simple smile can trigger the release of neural communication, boosting neuropeptides as well as mood-boosting neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Think of smiling like a natural antidepressant. Number 3 is smiling relieves stress. Stress can permeate our entire being and can really show up in our face. Smiling not only helps to prevent us from looking tired, worn down and overwhelmed, but can actually help reduce stress. Believe it or not, smiling can reduce stress even if you don't feel like smiling or even know that you're smiling. When you are stressed, take the time to put on a smile. You and those around you will reap the benefits. Number 4 is one of my favorites. Smiling is contagious. You should see my face right now. How many smiles have been described as having the power to lighten up the room? While it is certainly a beautiful sentiment, it carries a hint of truth. Smiling not only has the power to elevate your mood, but it can also change the moods of others and make things happier. The part of your brain that is responsible for your controlling the facial expression of smiling is an unconscious automatic response area. Meaning that smiling can be completely unconscious, particularly when it comes to our habit of mimicking another person's smile. Yes, it is scientifically proven that smiles are contagious. Let's infect people with happiness and smiling. Number 5, smiling boosts your immune system. Smiling can also boost your overall health. The act of smiling actually helps the human immune system to function more effectively. It is thought that when you smile, immune function improves because you are more relaxed, thanks to the release of certain neurotransmitters. In addition to taking precautions like washing your hands, why not try to prevent the cold and flu by smiling? Having said that, don't forget to wash your hands. Number 6, smiling lowers your blood pressure. When you smile, there's a measurable reduction in your blood pressure. Give it a try if you have a blood pressure monitor at home. Sit for a few minutes, take a reading. Then smile for a minute and take another reading while still smiling. Do you notice the difference? Number 7, smiling makes us feel good. Studies have shown that smiling releases endorphins, natural painkillers, and serotonin. Together, these 3 neurotransmitters make us feel good from head to toe. Not only do these natural chemicals elevate your mood, but they also relax your body and reduce physical pain. Smiling is a natural drug. The best thing about it is it's free. Number 8, smiling makes you seem successful. Studies have recorded that people who smile regularly appear more confident, are more likely to be promoted, and are more likely to be approached. Try putting on a smile at meetings and business appointments. You might find that people react to you differently. Number 9, coming to the end, smiling makes you look younger. Hell yeah. Not only can smiling make you more attractive, it can also make you look more youthful. The muscles we use to smile also lift the face, making a person appear younger. So instead of opting for a facelift, just try smiling your way through the day. You'll look younger and you feel better. That's a win-win in my book. Last but not least, number 10. Smiling helps you stay positive. Try this. Smile. Now, try to think of something negative without losing that smile. It's hard, isn't it? Even when a smile feels unnatural or forced, it still sends the brain and ultimately the rest of your body the message that life is good. Stay away from depression, stress, and worry by smiling. Now we went through the list. Why don't you try going forward to see smiling not as an involuntary response to things that bring you joy or laughter, but as a conscious and powerful choice. People who listened to the podcast in the past know that I usually end on a quote, but today I want to finish with a terrible, terrible joke. 2 hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses. He's not breathing and his eyes are glazed. The other guy whips out his cell phone and calls 911. "I think my friend is dead," he yells. "What can I do?" the operator says. "Calm down. First, let's make sure he's dead." There's a silence, then a shot. Back on the phone, the guy says, "Okay, now what?" I got you there, didn't I? Did I just make you smile? Awesome! Thanks for listening to Talk Motivation. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please share the love and let your network know about it. Don't want to miss any episode in the future? Go to iTunes, search for Talk Motivation, and hit that subscribe button. Feel free to also connect with me on LinkedIn, and we can take the conversation there.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Talk Motivation with your host, Elvis Eckardt. To listen to this episode again and to find previous episodes, search Talk Motivation on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts. Sayonara, muchachos!